In this video, I'm going to cover 3 engines that you need to implement in your real estate career. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I wish I saw this video on day 1. You are lucky to be here. So without further ado, let's get it. Here's the 3 engines we're going to cover. We're going to cover your deal engine, we're going to cover your brand engine, and we're going to cover your wealth engine. You watching this video are probably a real estate agent that got their license to sell a whole bunch of homes. So let's talk about engine number 1, is your deal engine. In order to do a lot of deals in real estate, you got to understand one thing. Let's just hit it down to its foundation. Take all the confusion out. More conversations equals more deals. All right? That's the building block. And now where you get those conversations, that's up to you. You can get them through your sphere. You can get them through door knocking. You can get them through cold calling. You get them through online leads. You get them through running billboard ads or bench ads, whatever it is. And they all work if you know how to work them. But the reality is you've got to work on your conversations and articulating yourself in the right way. So this engine is all about learning how to get deal flow, learning your presentation so you convert that deal, those leads better, and really how to handle objections. Because no matter how good your presentation is, no matter how good these leads are, you're going to have objections. And the person that can handle them the best makes the most money. So the deal engine is why you got into the business in the first place. But most of us, we don't take the time to understand it. We don't take the time to really know how to sell a whole bunch of real estate. And a lot of us, we're not good students. We get our license. We think we're going to sell a whole bunch of homes just by posting some videos on Instagram. Guys, that's not how this works. You need a system. You need operations, right? So I have a whole playbook called Deals on Autopilot. And if you want to learn more about the Deals on Autopilot system that I have, it's a compilation of presentations, videos, all kinds of stuff. Just let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so I can give you guys some more fire. It basically walks you through from A to Z how to build a business so you don't have to really think about it. And, you know, the people that are really partnering with me, I'm giving that away for free. So I'm not even trying to sell you anything. It's a whole blueprint that you can get for absolutely free. If you want to know more about it, just let me know in the comments. But talking about your deal engine, we get so consumed with doing deals. So let's say you actually follow my Deals on Autopilot, or you figure it out your own way, or you're getting some kind of coaching, or you have a really good, broker that's teaching you how to sell a lot of houses. Cool. So let's just assume that 80% of agents never get there, but let's say you're part of that 20%. You actually did the work, and now you're building a thriving business. Once you build the thriving business, you're going to want to start working on your conversions. Because at that point of your career, you do not want to work harder, you want to work smarter. I'll tell you a story. You know, this is real truth. I never worked that hard because I was so good at converting. I didn't need to talk to 100 people to get 1 or 2 deals. I would talk to 5 or 6 and I would convert them into clients. So that was life experience before I got into real estate. That was just being around people all the time, being social, being in all these environments, right? So learning how to really convert is the key. And some of you might not be really good at that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend. I was always really good at persuading people. I was really good with people, a people person, or whatever you want to call it. But the substitute to that is engine number 2 is how you work on your conversion. So let's talk about your brand engine. See, there's only 3 engines or 3 things a real estate agent needs. How to do deals, how to build brand, and how to build your wealth. We covered your deals engine. Now let's cover your brand engine. Your brand engine is going to help you be the authority so people trust you. You are the proof. So, for example, if you're watching this YouTube channel, you're watching my brand engine. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram. People know me. And if you really want to know how good your brand is, Google yourself. When you Google yourself, you should be owning the first couple of pages of Google, or at least be up there. Start ranking yourself up there. You should have a social media presence. And look, the better your brand, the higher your conversion, right? I don't know, let's use Kim Kardashian. That's the first person that came to my mind, right? Her makeup or whatever she's selling these days, creams, makeups, banks, I don't know what she's selling these days, but the point is the product doesn't have to be even that good because Kim Kardashian's selling it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about my man, Michael Jordan. Air Jordans. I wear them all the time. I'm not saying they're the best shoe, but he built the brand. What do you got in your pocket right now? There's a really good chance you have one of these, an iPhone. I'm not saying it's the best phone, but everyone wants that Apple MacBook. Everybody wants that Apple iPhone. Do you understand? So now you, as a real estate agent, when you walk in to see your clients, imagine they already knew you. Imagine they've already seen your YouTube channel. Imagine that's how they found you. So don't you think your conversion will get better? Here's the thing though. If you don't have your deal engine right, it doesn't matter if your brand engine is good. You need both. You actually need to know how to do deals. You need a whole business that's repeatable and predictable. And then number two is your brand. They work hand in hand, your deal engine and your brand engine. So if you're not on YouTube, if you're not on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you don't have to be on all of them, but you have to start being out there. And back in the day when I first started real estate, man, that used to cost a lot of money. Billboards, news ads, all that kind of stuff. You have to pay for advertising. Heaven forbid you got to get that bill to be on radio or TV. That's how it was back in the day. Now, you just grab your phone, make a video, do a live, and boom, you're good. But here's the truth. You can't do the air game until you get the ground game right. Your deal engine gets your ground game right. That's where you get your deals. You're already good. You have all your pillars. You have your systems. You're crushing these deals, right? You know what you're doing. Then your brand 10X's that or puts it on steroids, whatever you want to call it. A lot of you are trying to do your brand first. You just get your license. You do some listing videos. You're doing property tours of other people's properties that are not even yours. And you're expecting all these deals come. You might even rent a Ferrari or a sports car and put it on your gram. Man, that's not how it works, because when people meet you, if you don't know the product, here's the thing. You want the best tip of this video? Understand real estate. Be the pro. You know how many real estate agents that I talk to that don't know what the interest rate is today? They don't know how to calculate ROI. They don't know how economics is affecting real estate. They don't know how a mortgage works. They don't know what a GDS is or a TDS is. They don't know none of that. They get the real estate license. They take pictures of kitchens. They put on cute outfits and they go and they want to sell houses. So if that's working for you, continue to do it. But what I'm trying to say is build your deal engine, build your brand engine. Now let's go to engine number 3. So engine number 3 is your wealth engine. And I want to save you a lot of time and heartache. So, like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've sold countless of homes. I mean, countless. last year my organization did $1.9 billion in sales. We did over 3,000 transactions. I got a piece of all of that. That's the organization. With my own two hands, I've probably done over 1,000 transactions, just me personally. So I've seen a lot. And I've been there maybe with some of you guys watching right now where you just want to build, you just want to do deals, you just want to do deals. That's where the deal engine is. And of course, if you're watching this video, you know I have a brand engine. But the third thing is the most important. It's your wealth engine. See, because it doesn't matter if you sell 5 homes this year, 50 or 500. January 1st of the following year, you start at 0. So I've been on a transaction treadmill for a long time. The first 16 years of my career, where I was selling a whole bunch of homes, and I still am, but I didn't think of an exit. I didn't think of a wealth strategy. So I was with this client one time, and if you follow my channel, you probably heard the story before. He was buying commercial real estate off me. And every time I would call him, he would be on the golf course, and I was working hard, doing showings, making a lot of money in commission, but not the way this guy was. He was building his net worth. And I asked him, like, hey, man, how are you making all this money? And like, you're always golfing and you have so much time, you're always traveling. He goes, Rick, man, I'm getting paid residually. I'm making that passive income. I'm making money when I sleep. I'm like, really? That's when I really started getting into real estate investing. So what I'm doing right now, I've been doing real estate investing since I got my real estate license. I'm also working on something called revenue share, which has absolutely totally changed my life. And then through agent attraction, and through all the deal flow we have, I have separate companies, a construction company, and I can keep going. It's not about me though, this is about you. What I want you to start doing now is understand this video in its entirety, and you might have to watch it again. So let me summarize. You have 3 engines that you must know right now and start working on. How to do deals, how to work on your brand, and then life after commission, which is your wealth engine. If you start working on that today and not wait 20 years, you are going to be way ahead of the game, because I want you to be better than me. Time flies. 20 years in this business flew. My oldest child is going to be 18 this year. I still remember when he was in diaper. Your time will fly too. And the reason why I make this content is so you can be better than me. You need to follow these 3 engines. Make sure you do it properly. Guys, don't waste 5 years trying to figure out real estate. Find someone that has done it. Ask them to help you. Pay them if you have to, and get to it. If you're lucky enough to be in proximity of someone that's going to do that for you and do it for free, do it. I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to coaches. It's because I was hungry, I was thirsty, I wanted more. And I understood how to do deals. Then I understood how to do brand. And now it's all about that wealth engine, guys. I'm not trying to say real estate sales is bad. It's great. It's changed my life. It took a guy that shouldn't have been anything and he made him financially free. But there's always levels to this. There's levels to this. Start working on your net worth, because you are more than just a commission check. If you want to know more about these 3 engines and you want to really break down how to do those deals, let me know in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.